I missed y'all. Let's have a deep conversation. But before we do, y'all, let's talk about what I'm doing now. So y'all know I'm always into something, trying something or doing something. So I just got a new whip, my new Audi. I love it. That is my baby. And so right now I am headed to a place in Atlanta called Fast and Friendly ATL to get my tint done on my baby. I'm going to go with 15% on the sides all the way around and 35% on the windshield. Don't ask me what the laws are regarding the damn tint, baby, because I don't know. I'm just getting what I want to get, and I'm going to do what I want to do because that's what I want to do. But y'all stay with me now. When it's all said and done, we're going to have a deep conversation about a trending topic that is going viral all over TikTok and other platforms, y'all. But without further ado, we are pulling up to Fast and Friendly ATL, the pink building on the east side that does your tint in 2 hours or less. Let's go. Like I said, I wanted to do the 15% on the sides, 35% on the windshield, and that's what we're going to do. First impressions pulling up. Y'all know I love the pink. Nobody was really outside, but someone does come and approach you eventually. So yeah, you kind of just pull up and wait. This is their first location, you guys. They also have a location up in Buckhead if you're on that side of town ever and want to get it done. But I definitely love the building because it was pink and my pink shoes. There was a guy getting his Cybertruck tinted. Everyone kind of just comes here to get their tint, but they do have other things like rims. They do body work. They do pretty much everything here. But they are mostly known for in ATL for getting their tint done and done fast. You'll be in and out of there, and sometimes even less than an hour depending on how busy it is. He was not playing no games. Watching this little Hispanic man crawl up in the back of my trunk and get this had me weak. Like, they were not playing no games. Do y'all see that Bentley right next to me? That's a Bentley, boo. And it was nice as hell. I think they were getting a wrap done. Fast forward 90 minutes later, it is done. 15% on the sides, 35% on the front, you guys. Like I said, I'm gonna be tricking out this Audi. You guys gonna see me do more updated stuff on it. Stay with me here, like, share, subscribe, and you will see me do more with this car. But without further ado, let's get into the topic of discussion.
I was chopping onions, I'm still serving them on the plane. I'll get you out of them. Yeah, I was at NY at the little stool. I told a little runner boy to bring me that bird to 20 to 10s to 15s. Yeah, give me that.
Hey guys, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Doing Better with Bree. It's your girl Bree, and baby, we have some things to talk about. If you're new here, me too, honey, and I appreciate every view, honestly. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. All of your support is highly appreciated. Without further ado, let's get into the topic of discussion. What the hell is going on, you guys? Because a lot is going on. And you're probably like, girl, what are you talking about? So there's this new case that has everybody in a frenzy, especially on Black TikTok, where this Black man pulled up to his wife's job, pumed her, and she was rushed to the hospital where she is currently still alive. And the reason, the motive, you might ask, why would somebody's husband of 9 years want to pume them at their job? Well, allegedly, this man has just recently found out that all 3 of their kids were not his. But in fact, hold on now, his family members. Yep, them was his family members' kid. I'm seeing all types of responses on TikTok. One man said, how could he even be fooled by all 3 of them? Like, how could this happen? I'm like, baby, they was his family members. They was his family members. The children look like everybody. So to him, yeah, that's mine. You wouldn't think that even if a girl did go do something like that, it would be like, Dad. But she's slicker than most. She's slicker than most. And why? Because she was like, look, I'm going to take the chance and I'm going to keep it in the family. So even if I do get pregnant by one of them, the child still looks... It could go either way. That man was fooled, because if you see the pictures, and that brings me to the topic of discussion. DNA test saves lives. It needs to be mandatory at this point. I don't know why y'all give this up to women and make this our choice, our decision. Some things, y'all be trying to take everything from us. Y'all be trying to take our rights to our own uterus. But y'all want DNA tests for what? Moral reasons? No. This is something that I feel like is targeted towards the African American community, especially the Black woman. Like, they want us to keep fucking playing with our ourselves. That's what I feel like they want us to keep doing, because this is not really a white woman's issue. Like, very rarely do it seem like you see a Caucasian woman trying to figure out the legitimacy of her child, unless it's like some super rich scandal, and even they know who the other mother is. Like, it just seemed a little, I don't know. It just seemed like it's different when it's in the Black community. It's always viewed as some ghetto type of stuff. You don't even know who your baby daddy is. Like, it's always coming out as some type of ghetto propaganda. And I feel like this is just another moment for them to rag on Black women again about how folks don't even know who their baby daddy is. And I'm just like, dang. She know who her baby daddy is. It's just not him. People are saying free that guy. It was justified on the woman and the guy's side. And I'm just like, DNA test save lives. If we had did mandatory DNA testing, be more women alive today who didn't get deleted because they man snapped when he found out that that wasn't his child after so many years. These men literally snap. It takes a lot to raise these children. It's not only the finances, but it's also the mental stress that children just bring into your life. Like, yes, they are blessings, they are good, but you stress about everything, to their well-being, all the way to their health. Like, and then you stressing about how to feed them, how to deal with them, how to handle their attitudes, everything that comes with having a child. It is a very hard job. So I don't know why anybody want to play. And sometimes these men, they be literally their whole life wanting to like avoid some children. Like, they be wanting to dip out, but they don't want to be that guy. Some guys literally force themselves to stay around the family because they feel so bad about the idea that they might want to actually dip off and never talk to anybody again, the kids or the women. Sometimes that thought comes across their mind. And some men, they are bold enough. They are bold enough to go through it. They are bold enough to go through it. To go through with it. Y'all know what I mean. And it's just like, damn. Imagine a man making that sacrifice, knowing deep down inside he wanted to leave your ass years ago, abandon you and these damn children. And he said, you know what? I'm going to be a real man and eat up my pride and keep working, keep my head down. Whole time he's probably miserable. That lady Coochie probably wasn't eating all that no more. She probably talking to him crazy, because I promise you, if she slipped 3 kids by him, she was running that relationship and running that man. And he probably just was trying to do what a good man do and love her. But in his mind, he always thought, if she even try me, if I find out, she's out of here. And she always thought probably he was too chicken to do it. Because one thing about dudes before they snap, before they do something like what he did, there's a warning. They tell you, if you cheat on me, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. If you play with me, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. And sometimes girls be like, oh my God, he said that he would pum the club up for me. Like, some girls get turned on by that. Some girls get terrified, because unless you know how to do really ride it down behind that coochie, it's nothing funny about it. It's nothing fun. It's nothing cute. You're really ducking and dodging. You're trying to figure out where the exit's at. You like, damn, I really did this to this man. Oh my God, I cannot believe he really doing this. Is this for real? And you really get to questioning like, dang, is this coochie that fly? This man is ready to crash out, and they do and will. And then you realize it's not even about the coochie. Your ego be so big, you be thinking it's about you. It's about that motherfucking respect. Men want respect around this motherfucker. They really do. And when they don't get it, they will crash out on who? On you. And I just want to know, what woman went so hard to make sure that men could not get this passed? You know, like this type of bill where DNA testing was mandatory. Which feminist went so hard because they were so mad at a man that they was like, nope, y'all ain't never. You're going to have to ask for it and pay for it. You're going to have to ask for it and pay for it. It's a humiliation ritual. And women are taught to be so distraught by it. Like, oh, he asked for a DNA test. He doesn't love me. He doesn't trust me. What is he doing? Oh my God. And it's just like, no, rather be safe than sorry. You don't ride around with no insurance just because you the best driver and you think that you'll never get tapped. Baby, you will get tapped out here. You might have never had no situation, accident for 5 years, then boom, you have one at year 6. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to stay protected. Insurance. And guess what? Having that is insurance. Knowing that that's your child is the insurance. Because a man will go 10 times harder behind what he knows is his. Hey, we see them do when it come to women. If he feel like you his girl, he gonna go 10 times hard behind you. If you just a bop, he ain't gonna do nothing for you. Y'all knew that answer. You have the woman saying, if he asks me for a DNA test, I'm going to give it to him, then I'm going to leave because he doesn't trust me. Girl, you ain't going nowhere. The price of diapers is up. The price of milk is up. Childcare is expensive. Girls be talking a lot. You better be having a lot of money because these kids is expensive. Even girls with money is counting their pockets a little bit tighter. They're like, I don't know. We be looking to save money any which way. Okay? Women, real P's be looking to save money any which way. And running your mouth thinking that your provider man is going for that, especially if you got a provider man talking about you leaving, you must got one of them 50-50 men. You must got one of them 50-50 men because there's no way I'm leaving my provider baby daddy at this point because he asked me for a DNA test. I know what is coochie man, but guess what? I got the leverage. I'm trustworthy. Now, my loyalty test has proven he knows this is his child. There's no questions asked. We want to go with the other baby daddy because the other baby daddy be broke. The other baby daddy be a dusty. For as long as time, girls have always had one man that they hit that got money and one man that they hit that don't got no money. And for whatever reason, because you just out here doing trifling shit, I guess, the man with no money always be the one to get you pregnant. You be mad as fuck. You be knowing. You be like, better blame it on the other one. And the other one probably goofy. He goofy. He head over heels for you. He got money. He goofy. It just seemed like a better decision. I know. I get it. But it's still dead ass wrong. You shouldn't do it. You shouldn't do it. You're just going to have to go over there with your broke ass baby daddy. Because you made the decision or you're going to have to abort it. Whatever you want to do, you're going to have to handle that. That's all I'm saying. You're going to have to handle that. Yeah, we can't just keep blaming everything on men. And we can't just keep putting this decision on women. I don't know why y'all so trusting of women with this. It needs to be mandatory. They playing too much. Women getting deleted out here. There'll be more women alive to this day if they didn't mess around and play. And the man had to snap on their ass at the end of the day because that's literally what be happening. They just be like, nope. Too much time, money, effort, everything put in. He probably wanted to escape. Do y'all ever think about that, you selfish motherfuckers? Do you ever think about the fact that that man might have actually wanted to be with somebody else? But he's such a good man that he said, you know what? I created this family with her. I'm going to stay. Even though I want to disappear, I want to leave. I want to go over here with this other girl that I got a major crush on. And they chose to stay. When they sit there and they think about how they sacrificed their entire life to be with you and to be with that child, and it's not even a child, it just hits so much harder. And the crash out be so valid. But hey, I don't know. I feel like the reason why it hasn't become mandatory is because they feel like this might be a black people issue. If this was a white people issue, this would have already been passed. I promise you. They turn every time something bad happens to any one of their kids, it becomes a law or a bill. You know what I'm saying? Or some type of protocol. A law, a bill, or a protocol when something happened to their kids. When anything happened to a black woman, it's just ghetto shit. You know, oh, she was living that ghetto life. Oh, she was dealing with one of them ones. And like I said, this woman in this situation, they say she is alive. She did make it through surgery at the time of this video that I'm recording. That's what they said happened, that she still is alive and he's on his way to jail. And people are saying start a GoFundMe to free that boy, that they want to help him. They want to give him, you know, lawyers. People are trying to help this man because they feel like the crash out was valid. Some people are validating the crash out. Some people are saying there is no reason to crash out. And a lot of people, of course, have questions for her. She is currently in the hospital. I don't know if we'll ever get our questions answered. If she will ever come to TikTok. If she do come to TikTok, y'all, I'm going to come back here and I'm going to tell y'all. I'm gonna come back here and I'm gonna tell you. If she come across my FYP on TikTok with a story time, baby, I'm gonna chime in for you and we're gonna have a talk about it. But as of right now, that woman is still living, but we could have avoided this whole situation had we did DNA testing. And I honestly do feel like the only reason why they have not made this mandatory is because they feel like this is a black people issue, mainly a black woman issue. And anytime we have a major issue or it is something pertaining to us, like the Crown Act or anything, it takes years to become any type of bill or law or protocol or anything like that. When, like I said, when anything happened to one of them white girls, the such and such foundation, the such and such program, I'm just saying, y'all can recognize the difference too, because y'all see the same things that I do. Is this mainly a black woman issue? I don't know. But our stuff is always on Jump Street. Anytime a black woman do anything, it's on Jump Street. You know, the other races might be able to kind of do it in the dark, but we a fan favorite. If whatever, people will watch a black woman and they love watching black women do extra ass crazy shit. Like have 3 baby daddies. Oh my God, by their cousins and stuff. Like I still cannot believe that like this really happened and this is a thing right now. I got questions. I really do got questions because how did you even... I'm gonna need her to do a story time. That's all I gotta say. I really need her to do a story time. But I don't know, you guys, there's multiple reasons why this should be like a mandatory act. We know that for health, obviously if the child or you ever needs a transplant, blood infusion, or anything like that, it's always better to know that you kind of got a match. Like, it's not a question. Like, that's probably one of the worst times to find out, when you're literally trying to save someone's life and you find out right then and there that you can't. Like, damn, now we're back to the drawing board because somebody didn't want to do the work back then, so we're now finding out. And it's just like such an intense moment to have to deal with something like that. So we can avoid that entire situation. We can also help protect the mental health of children, because no one gives a fuck about how the children are probably feeling in this situation. They're just finding out that they don't have the guy that's been raising them as a dad, but actually their uncle is their dad and this person is their dad, and they all have different fathers probably, or they're all collected. We don't know. But like, just having to even go through that while trying to learn to read and do math is probably going to be quite distracting. And that's how certain children get behind, because they have such traumatizing experiences as children that they go to school and they get behind. They can't focus, they can't pay attention, they're not sleeping good at night. So there is a ripple effect to things like this that will affect the children. Like, does no one care about the damn children? Oh my God. And then like, we can save lives. Like, people won't feel the need to unalive someone for playing with them and taking their entire life away, because like, having a child is a life-altering event. So yeah, people feel like you took their life if you present them a child and expect them to take care of it. They have to go do things that they didn't want to do. They have to sacrifice dreams. Someone can be a bum if they're by themselves trying to chase their career to be in a rap or whatever. You start bringing children into it, you're just the worst person ever. Like, the kids are suffering because of what you're doing. Eventually you stop wanting to hustle and grind because there's no money, and you end up just going back to getting that 9-to-5 that makes you miserable and drained out. There's so many things that can happen with a man's mental health when they find out that like, they wasted their whole life taking care of some children that were not theirs, and they get to wondering, and it goes down a deep dark hole, and it's literally just somewhere no one really wants to be. So yeah, for those reasons, DNA testing, let's make it mandatory, okay? Like every other test, just mandatory. When y'all quick to check a black woman to see if she on some meds, certain type of stuff, and quick to take her baby. But y'all can't just throw in a little DNA test in that package. When y'all checking for all that other stuff, just throw the DNA test in there too. That's all I'm asking. That's all we asking. Let's just save some lives here. This is the easiest way we can save some lives. All right, but tell me what you think below in the comments. Do you feel like we should just leave this decision up to women and men and relationships to determine if they want the DNA test, the court system, or should we just make this mandatory? All of your comments are appreciated, so put them down below. And don't forget, you guys, to like, share, and subscribe. I am a new creator, so all of your support is highly appreciated, you guys. That's all the time I have for today. Let's keep the conversation going in the comments. And like I always say, baby, don't forget to do 1% better a day. Get your bag and stay out the way. Until next time, peace.